What's up, guys? It is the new year. It's 2025 and we're getting right to the point with this video. I got 5 accounts, challenge accounts. I got 1 session in order to pass all of these 5 accounts so we can acquire even more funding before we start trading our personal accounts again, which will be on Monday. So let's get right into this shit and let's get some money. What's up, y'all? So we have US30 here as always as we're trading these Apex accounts, and just kind of want to give you my full bias what we got going on here. So I told you guys last week that as long as we're staying underneath this 43,300 level, we're going to continue to look for sells. These blue levels are my higher time frame zones, and then these gray levels are my lower time frame zones. So obviously higher time frames have more precedence in the market, and we're currently reacting off of resistance for number one. But number two, we're also creating lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, meaning we are in bearish momentum. So we should only be looking for sells. I'm open to buys as we're a day trader, but as far as the big picture as of right now, until we start to trade above this 300 level, I'm not even going to entertain buys to any degree. Okay. And so going down to hourly time frame, 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, because we're still kind of sitting in the same range, we don't need to go down to those. I mean, we already have our zones marked out. So we just need to go to lower time frames, go to the left, make sure they make sense. This support actually absolutely makes sense. There was a resistance turn support and support, resistance, resistance, resistance. Now it's breaking above. And so this is a very prevalent area that gets decent reactions in the past, whether it's holding or takes a lot of volume to break through it, as you see here. Okay. So going down to now our entry and setup time frame, which is 5-minute time frame, kind of trying to tweak this to start to see what we got going on. So first of all, make sure we put our trend line up. It is a valid trend line once it gets tapped 3 times. It's not 1 tap, it's not 2 tap, it's 3 tap, 4 taps now this trend line. So it's obviously very well validated. And we're still sitting above this 42,750 area. So this is exactly what I want to see, bro. I want to see price push down to these lows, at least down to this trend line, potentially down to this 800 or 750 level, and show us some type of reaction, okay? If we start to push up from this point, we'll go ahead and execute buys. This price is going to continue on bullish. 5-minute time frame is very bullish, although higher time frames are bearish. And if we start to bleed below this 750 area, taking out this extremely valid demand sitting down here, then we'll go ahead and sell off the market, sitting somewhere down here at some type of newfound support, trying to chase at least down the previous session low sitting down here. So that's what I'm looking for. Just waiting to see what happens at this 42,750 area. And interesting enough, like prices kind of, if we put our trend line just starting at London lows, we'll see if it even lines up. Never ever skip a higher low or a lower high when creating a trend line. You're just going from one higher low to the next higher low. You're not fitting it to what looks best for you in your setup, which kind of looks like right here where the current trend line is at. It's always from a higher low to higher low. So nothing really prevalent here for us to make sense. Yeah, we've tapped into it 3 times to hold, and then it started to break and it's kind of wonky from that point. So I'll go ahead and use this higher time frame trend line. But it's kind of looking like price is going to continue on pushing up to this 43,000 level, but there's just no valid setup for me to see. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of this range we have sitting here. So again, let's see a tap into this demand. If we get a break or some type of hold of this trend line or demand, we'll push price higher. And if not, we'll go ahead and sell off, which is what we ultimately definitely want to fucking do, bro. I want to sell. So let's make it happen. I have to make $3,000 on these. Let's show you, bro. Come on, let's bring it down here. Okay, here's all the accounts. I have these passed. This one's passed. This one's passed. You see it's 53K. This one's passed. We had the whole series about that. If you want to watch the series, I'll put the link up above if I remember. If not, it is the passing prop firm challenges in my YouTube. Let's just show you guys real fucking quick. Go over to playlist and go here to passing prop from town. There's so many fucking gems in these 2 folders right here. Honestly, out of this world. So make sure you guys are checking these out and getting fully in tune with what I do every single day, simple as that. So anyways, going over to Tradeovate, we have the rest of these accounts to pass. You see they're brand new. Need 3K. We want to make it happen in a day. We're 1 to 3 traders, so we got to risk $1,000 per trade. So as soon as it lines up and makes it happen, we'll get back to it. But that's the goal for today. And I'm not gonna leave this fucking computer until we make it happen, bro. Look like we're gonna try out these sales here. Last push and we're in. I'm okay with that demand holding, just like we spoke about. We just tapped into that demand. It's holding. We swept a ton of liquidity down here from all these early buyers here, early buyers here, early buyers here. Now buyers during session open. We just swept a ton of liquidity, tapped in this demand. And so if we were to push higher and break above this resistance now, man, do I love those buys as well. You know, but both of these are starting to really turn into damn near A+ setups, you know, whether it's buys or sells.
Order fill.
Not gonna lie, I had a really bad fill there, fam. Ooh, that was a bad fill. Sitting up about 1,500 between all the accounts. That was a bad fill, bro. Not gonna lie. I got my entry probably like here. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we're in profit right now, so that's not true. Okay, it wasn't that bad. Never mind, it wasn't that bad. Okay, it's either 3K dub or 1K loss, and we'll pull out. There will be no in between with this trade. What I really just want to expect is a nice, solid bear close, because as you guys know, every candle that opens up, more often than not, it has a top and a bottom wick. So let's say price were to close, you know, barely below the previous candle lows. Fine, you know, whatever, we're still trailing bearish, but we have to expect that new candle to come up and create a top wick before continuing lower. A big reason why I don't have hard stop losses and why I allow for price to maneuver a bit, you know, because just expecting that top wick. 750, y'all. We are a quarter of the way there. We're a third of the way there. Beautiful close. The absolutely disgusting volume close right there. Look at that mean monster. Oh my God. What we want to see, I mean, either way, this 15-minute candle closure is mean if we can hold down there, you know. We still haven't broke below London lows, so I don't understand why price would be just aggressively pushing back up. I'm still holding. I didn't pull out. Hopefully I don't regret that decision. I still expect a tank, but I mean, man, look at this 15-minute time frame candle. Look at the 30-minute time frame candle. I mean, they're really nice, strong bearish momentum candles, you know. We're just gonna have to hold through a little bit here. The reason why I say that is we have another 15-minute candle opening up in about 20 seconds. Well, what do we expect? We expect a top wick before pushing lower. If we're going to push lower, we have to accept that. That was a mean
Order filled.
Oh wait, what? What happened? Oh, I fucked up my dude, I fucked up my I think there's a daily drawdown. I forgot that max drawdown is 2,500. I think I just hit the daily drawdown. All right, we'll see if I can buy a couple more before those buys potentially play out. I told you guys I'm not leaving this fucking computer until I make some money, fam. Or until we acquire the funding. We don't got more time. This is it. No more of these videos of acquiring more funding. We're gonna start trading this funding on Monday. So I'm getting to it. Give me a moment, and we'll reload back up and make it happen. Gambling fucking 101 today, bro. My bad. That's on me. I risk $250 per trade when I take these challenges, as you guys saw from the previous video. So I've totally just forgot about drawdown. I'll keep it a buck with you. I just obliterated these 5 accounts, bro. Seriously, they're gone. All right, y'all. So my whole bias is honestly quite bearish for the day. But now that we continue to hold above this 42,750 area, it's off to races. I mean, we already came up to retest this 42,900 level again, and is having a hard time breaking it. So if we come up the second time, like I always tell you guys, this is a brick wall to me, bro. Okay, we'll even literally make it a fucking brick wall. Okay, it's a brick wall. We'll make it even more of a brick wall. It is a brick wall. Okay, oh. And so more often when we continue to tap into this area, every time we knock into this brick wall, we're making it weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And so when we finally break past it, we should get some good momentum to push beyond. You know, sellers are really trying to take control of this market. But as you see, even from this massive push low here, buyers are really continuing to try to step into control and push this market up. So we'll see. As far as sells, I do not like sells below these lows here just because there's London lows sitting down here. I don't want to be liquidity. But for now, until this candle closes bullish. We're just waiting for a break above these highs and then we'll get in. And then for sells, okay, just to go deeper into this, because we don't want to sell all the way down here for London lows, but also like, we're already pushing an hour into session. So if this candle were to close bullish, which it looks like it will in the next like 15 seconds, we have a very clean range and we're bearish. So higher time frames are with us coming all the way down to these lows, which is pretty much London lows, which is 100 points away. Yeah, clean. So if we were to break below this low now, I would go ahead and execute the sell off too. Whatever one happens first.
Stop filled.
Stop filled. All right, y'all. We're in this trade here. Let me kind of tighten it up here. Let me take out these buys. And come on now. We're in there. Go back to position so you can see we're up about 400 per account. And we need about 3,000 per account. So I'm going to go pee. And when I come back, we'll be funded. And that'll be that. Wow, it's tanking. We're up $1,000. Oh, holy shit. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's just fucking beautiful, brother. Yeah, so we haven't taken out London lows yet. Let's just come to the left. You see London lows sitting right here. And I do expect once we do take out those lows to get a little bit of kickback before continuing on. So, I mean, let's see. Realistically, as you guys know, we've already been here before. Prices already pushed down and came back up. So second time's a charm. I'm gonna go with yes. We got about $900 more left to go before we pass all of these accounts in like 5 minutes. As you see up here, as soon as we hit 53 is when I'll go ahead and remove them full. Got about $800 more to go. Like I said, we expect that kickback just because it's London lows here. But the last push below these lows, if we can get it, anything can happen. But the last push below these lows, we're funded, baby, hard, quick. Man, I'm sick too. This is kind of a nasty day, bro. I feel like shit. Come on, baby. This is that drive we need right here. Send her on home. Just a little, knock it out the park. One trade, 200 secured.
Order filled.
Yo! Check it out. Come on now. Come on now, baby. Clap it up one time. I know I can't hear you and I know it's recorded. But just clap it up for me, bro. Give me like 5 fucking claps if you fuck with it. All right, so all of these are past. Yo. Let's go. Yo. All right, man, that's a dub. 200K funded. On top of the 150K funded I already had from from last week. And so, guys, I mean, it's been 2 weeks. So 10, 11, 12. In 12 trading days, we have passed 4, 5, 6, like 7 accounts. The first 3, we progressively took about a week and a day because we were being smart, only risking 250 per trade to pass them. And then today, being a little wild with it, we ended up risking $1,000 for the trade, hit a 1-3, and motherfucking hit. So solid, guys. That is how it's done. And now we get to start a completely new series where you guys get to watch me actually trade these funded accounts and watch me go to the path of getting a payout. So make sure you stay tuned for those sessions. The only way you're able to do so is by subscribing to my channel, liking and commenting on these videos if this video if you like it, and following the journey, bro. This is what it really looks like to be a trader, a full-time trader. It's been a little bit of fun going through the challenges and getting a bit risky and risking more than we trade and such. And although it's exciting, the more exciting part is to actually extract money from the markets and actually do it with these live accounts, So make sure you guys are paying attention to this next series. It is not going to be aggressive. It is going to be the way I always trade, which is conservative and using the shit out of my edge. And more often than not, it obviously plays out. So that's it. That's a vlog. Take care. We'll see you guys next week.